Okay, hi. Today we're going to wrap meat and throw it in the fridge. So let's see here what we've got to put it on. First of all, I'm going to need ladders. You're familiar with a couple of these. So I got a bunch of them. And each one serves its own purpose. You know that these are for prepping fried foods. And when they sit up there, they get dust on down. So a quick rinse will do the trick. I like this bad boy. And you know, you can get these things at garage sales, thrift stores. You don't have to go out and purchase brand new stuff. Because this at a brand new price is more than I've got. So, pick your battles wisely financially. You know, I've never gone for all that. Keep up with the Joneses mentality because it's foolish. I have to cut this in slices and then put it on stuff and freeze it. I like to have some plastic underneath of it, but I don't have to have plastic under the whole thing, you know. You got a couple of these to choose from. I can use the big one or the other one. This one is my Chef Dragon. That's what it said on the order, Chef Dragon. And it slides right through like nobody's business. So, keep your friends close, keep your knives even closer. So I'm going to get this off of here. Off to here. And then we're just going to slice them in medallions. And then we're going to freeze them all separately laid out like we learned to do, and then I can just throw them into an oversized Ziploc bag that some kind of clothing arrived in that I did not discard. So I make them nice and thick, and then I can do what I want with them down the road. I'm never going to make a whole pork loin roast, so I'm never not going to cut it up, because I buy it in the realm where my client eats meat that's dispersed. He doesn't like sit down to a big old piece of meat ever. So in this capacity, where I'm teaching you tricks for home health cooking, I'm teaching you how to buy in quantity, freeze it, you know, preserve the life of the things you buy on sale. And then inventions, because I'm always experimenting in the kitchen. I rarely follow a recipe because my memory retention is so bad that I have to keep going back to the same recipe again and again. Like everybody watching can remember, it was 3 things you had to remember, Coco. And I'm going, oh, I know I saw you somewhere. It's not my bag. I like my. We all have kind of our ways of thinking and moving. We don't really know how our brains are wired and why, but I've learned mine, and you've learned yours. So if you're the kind of person that never likes to do the same thing twice, or you're artistic or autistic, you know, people are diagnosed late in life. Whoever thinks to take their kid in to see if they have autism, I mean, who does that? Unless they're really, something's noticeably different. But subtle differences, I mean, the spectrum is so wide. And then there's Asperger's. You could be very gifted and weird and never fit in and never know why. And then you find out, oh, I had a condition that not everybody has. Mystery solved. So, we're going to take these bad boys and put them on a tray and get them into the freezer. So, let's see what we can use. I wonder if this would go into the freezer. Not really. Sometimes I wear my heels when I'm doing this, for obvious reasons. I don't really have time. So I'm going to spray the surface. And just throw these bad boys on here. And then when they start to get frozen, I'll flip them over. It's not rocket science. You just have to get them all on something. Get them in the freezer. I'm not going to tell if you don't, but I left the freezer door open all this while and didn't even realize it. Alright, let's see what's going on in here. Bad boy. freezer you go. Okay, so the pork's in there. Now let's do the chicken. If you think ahead, you can just cut all the fat off your chicken before it goes in the freezer, right? I think I might use this tray to freeze. Give it a good spray. You want to cut the fat off as much as you can. Nothing about fat benefits your diet. So I don't care how good it tastes. That little bit of pleasure being missing isn't going to hurt anybody. Health first. Especially when you're cooking for a person whose health depends on it. And that would be your client. Or your loved one, you know. Doesn't have to be your client. There's a lot of fat we're not going to be enjoying. Aww. What a shame. You could just keep on going and cut the skin right off, but you don't really know what your future holds in store for this particular piece of meat. You know? You're just getting it stored away, preserved. You buy a big old tray of something, get it home, get it right in the freezer. This way. I have bags of stuff in there. I can just grab a bag out, pull what I want out, nothing's stuck to each other. I can just see somebody with nothing better to do, kicking back and watching Coco cut fat off chicken that she's going to freeze. The Cast Iron Coco Hour. What'd she do today? She cut fat off a chicken. You sat there and watched it? Yeah. Thought something exciting was going to happen halfway through, like she was going to drop something on the floor. Something was going to explode. No such luck. Wouldn't it be funny if something came crashing down just now? You'd think I had it on cue. Okay, make everything fall now. So how's everybody's health? Are you on a diet? How's that working out? Did you apply for a job? How'd that work out? Do you drive? How's your car running? I tell you, that Coco's awful nosy. She's always asking these personal questions. Says she's just trying to get to know us better. So I have these ideas, and it's hard to come here and just get on the idea because there's other stuff to do, and I can only do these clips when I'm caught up. But we do want to work on that invention, right? We're going to invent freak cones. We're going to do it too, watch. So if you ever see a food truck downtown selling pizza freak cones, you can come on YouTube and say, oh, I remember when Coco taught us how to make those. Okay, so that's that.